How you going, guys? Welcome back to Tempus TV. It is another beautiful day here in Pattaya, Thailand, and today we're going to cover by far my most requested style of video, budgets. How much does it cost to live here? So far I've done a weekly budget, I've done a monthly budget. If you would like to check out those videos, go ahead and hit up my Everything Thailand playlist. Both of those are included in there. But today we're going to talk about the ideal day, just a relaxing day, not really going out and partying or anything like that, but just a go out and enjoy yourself type of day here in Pattaya. Talk about how much it costs roughly, just so you have an idea of where your budget needs to be before you head over here. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so of course this is going to be my ideal day. I tend to take it at a bit lower speed than a lot of people, especially here in Pattaya, but there's some things on here that you might not be interested in. There's some more things that you might be interested in. This is just to give you a rough idea, but without further ado, let's get it rocking. Okay, so you just woke up, maybe it's your first day, second day in Pattaya. You kind of want to go get a lay of the land, so you just kind of want to have a relaxed day, beat some of that jet lag. So first thing you're probably going to do is head out for a cup of coffee. Whether this be for you, I don't know, but I'm a big coffee guy myself. So roughly you're gonna go to like a little cafe or something probably. You're probably not gonna want some crappy instant coffee at your house. Just like a regular cup of coffee, probably gonna run you 60 to 70 baht, about $2. If you wanna get an espresso, cappuccino or something like that, probably gonna run you about 100, 120 baht, depending on where you go. All right, now that you've killed your cup of coffee, maybe send some emails, whatever you had to do, talk to the family, throw it in your friend's face that you're in Thailand and they're not. After that, you're probably gonna be a little bit hungry. So it's time to go grab something to eat, breakfast. So Thais don't really have like specified breakfast food like we do in the West, like eggs and bacon and things like that aren't really a Thai thing. They kind of just eat a little bit all day. Thais don't really do the whole breakfast, lunch, and dinner type thing. So if you go out to breakfast, if you're willing to try some Thai food, if you just landed, Thai food, breakfast, maybe you want just like a bowl of noodles or something, probably gonna run you anywhere from 60 to maybe 100 baht, depending on what you get. If you want a Western breakfast, little comfort food while your tummy's still getting used to the trip, gonna be anywhere from 120 to 250 baht, depending on how much you want. So now we're getting some food up in us, and now we're ready to go explore a little bit. So now that we've got our coffee, we got some food in our bellies, we're ready to go check out the sights a little bit. Maybe you're probably just gonna take it pretty slow on these first few days. So after you get your breakfast, maybe you wanna head down to the beach, grab a chair on the water, grab you a little fresh coconut. So this can kind of range. Sometimes if you sit down in the chairs on the beach and you buy stuff, they won't charge you for the chair. It really depends on where you're at, but usually it's about 50 baht for the chair, and then coconuts, depending, and you're gonna pay the foreigner price, obviously, it's usually about 100 baht. So grab you a coconut, grab you a chair, kick it by the beach for about 150 baht. So now that you've grabbed your coconut, you've soaked up a little bit of sun, and the way the beach goes, obviously, you're probably hungry again, so it's time for lunch. Cool thing about Thai food, like we said earlier, there's not really any ranges. Thai food's gonna be about the same no matter where you go. So if you want some noodles or something for lunch, about the same, gonna run you maybe 60 to 100 baht for a Thai dish, depending on what you get, obviously. And the Western food's gonna range a little bit more here, depending on what you want. If you want something a little bit lighter, maybe just like a little sandwich or something, probably gonna be 100 to 150 baht. But if you're really looking for some comfort food, something like that, maybe you want a burger and some fries, expect to pay a little bit more, anywhere from about 150 to 250 baht, depending on where you're at. Okay, we've got some lunch up in us now. We're feeling a little bit more comfortable. So what else is there to do besides cruise down the beach? Check out some sights, walk around a little bit, get your bearings. Maybe you want like a little something to sip on while you're walking because it's so hot. Walk down the street, grab you a fresh fruit smoothie for 30 to 50 baht, super cheap, and just take a little cruise down the beach. Fresh smoothie, get your, antioxidants up, get your tummy feeling right. When you first land, your stomach's probably gonna be a little bit upset. Jet lag has a weird way of doing that. So now we're just gonna cruise the beach a little bit, 50 baht. Cheap. So now that we've cruised a little bit, you walked around, got your bearings, maybe you took a little trip to 7-Eleven, check that out, maybe you did a little shopping, buy your elephant pants, which is mandatory if you're a traveler here, and honestly you've done a lot of walking today, so it's probably about time for dinner. This isn't going to change very much from lunch. Like we said earlier, it's 60 to 150 baht maybe, depending on what you want if you're going to get Thai food, and about the same range, anywhere from 100 to 350 baht if you want some Western food. Maybe you want a steak or something, who knows? Obviously that's gonna be a little bit more, 550, 650, depending on what cut you get. But generally expect to pay about 100 to, I would say even 400 baht is on the high end for even a lot of Western food. But roughly I'd say 200 to 250 is about fair. Now that you've got some dinner in you, you're ready to go, you're fueled up. Maybe you got a few friends in town. Maybe you got some people that you'd like to meet up with. Maybe you met a nice girl on Tinder, so probably gonna wanna go out and grab a beer or two, maybe shoot some pool. gonna go out, depending on where you go, I think the average for a beer in Pattaya is about 100 baht. Go out, shoot some games of pool. A lot of places, especially here in Jomtien, the pool's free, especially if you're buying beers. So say you go out, drink 3 beers, that's 300 baht, shoot a few games of pool, and that's pretty cheap, about 300 baht for 3 beers. 100's a pretty good average for beers. Cocktails would be closer to 120 to 150 depending on where you go. But for a low speed night, expect to spend about 10 to 20 bucks on beers. Now that you got some beers in you, had a good time, shot some pool, obviously, I don't know about you, but when I get some beers flowing, I definitely want some munchies. I get hungry. I'm definitely the let's grab a burrito on the way home guy. So now that you're leaving the bar, maybe go and grab some street food real quick, go and get some skewers, maybe a little cheap pad thai or something, and spend, you know, maybe another 100 baht. So obviously this would be a pretty low speed day. Like I said, if you're gonna go out and party, maybe you wanna go out and spend some more on food, maybe you wanna go to a real nice restaurant, all these prices that we talked about are gonna go up. This is kind of just a chill, normal day-to-day type thing. If you wanted to throw a massage or something in there, expect to pay another 200 to 500 baht, depending on what type of massage that you want. But this is kind of like a median to even high budget, depending on what some people might want to do, just to give you an idea of what it actually costs to just have a nice chill day in Pattaya. So total, let's say you wanted to throw a massage in there or something, you're talking about 1,300 baht a day if you're gonna eat pretty much just Western food. If you're only gonna eat Thai food, knock that down to like 800 or 900 a day. Obviously, I realize too that some people aren't gonna eat 3 square meals a day. Maybe you just do lunch and dinner like myself. I'm not really a breakfast guy. Usually I just get a cup of coffee, maybe a little something to munch on. So that'll save you right there. Obviously, you're not gonna be getting a massage every day. Maybe, I don't know if that's your thing. I usually just go for foot massages myself. They're only 200 baht for an hour. Super cheap. You can obviously save a lot more money if you're eating exclusively Thai food, even if you're only doing that a few times a week and then laying off the Western food. And generally Thai food is a little better for you, minus the MSG and everything, of course. But if you lean on that, especially street food and stuff, it can save you a lot of money. So 1,300 baht comes to about 39 USD, and that's if you're eating pretty much all Western food all day. You're going out, you're gonna get a massage, you're gonna go have a few beers, all that stuff. So for 40 bucks, that's pretty fair. If you're gonna eat mostly Thai food and maybe even knock the massage up there, you're looking at 600 to 700 baht a day, which is what, $20 to $25 a day. So super cheap, but like we said, it can go a lot higher than this. And if you really wanted to, you could budget this down quite a bit. I hope this gave you a real idea of what it's like to have just a nice relaxed day here in Thailand, how much it's actually gonna cost you. If you're doing your budget and you're planning on coming here, feel free to reference those other videos I mentioned earlier. That will give you an idea when it comes to rent, bills, things like that. Then you can take this whole daily budget and kind of roll it into that and figure out where you want to be, so you know how much money you need to plan to bring, and then it'll just make you a little bit more comfortable. And then you know when you're here what you can spend, what you can't, where you're trying to save, where you're trying to splurge. My favorite quote ever: nobody ever got rich by wasting money. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Tempus TV. If you'd like to support the channel, best way to do that is go down, drop a like on the video, click that subscribe button. That way you can be updated every time I upload a new video. Don't worry, you don't get any weird emails or anything like that. You can unsubscribe at any time. Anytime you do subscribe, YouTube is just more likely to recommend my content next time you log on. That way you don't have to go looking for it. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.